Hello, folks. Welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. In a major Wall Street Journal headline today, quote, most Americans doubt their children will be better off. This is a Wall Street Journal NORC poll, and it finds the subheader, dim view of economy underpins pessimism about the future and record low happiness in the U.S. The NORC poll, by the way, is the University of Chicago. It's a nonpartisan research group. It's the kind of headline I hate to see because, you know, I'm a congenital optimist, but I know there's big-time pessimism out there. I know I'm going to sound partisan right now, but my own personal view is that Joe Biden owns this pessimism. It's the same way Joe Biden owns the inflation that continues to haunt middle-class working folks. It was his massive spending, which really continues to this day, that caused the inflation that is the cruelest tax of all, to paraphrase Maynard Keynes. And on spending, a major Wall Street firm just estimated Biden's badly misnamed Inflation Reduction Act to come in at $1.2 trillion. That is 3 times the Congressional Budget Office estimate. And spending on electric vehicles alone coming in at $393 billion. That is 20 times what the Joint Committee on Taxation projected and bigger than the entire JTC CBO print. And that's just one example of the frenzied spending. Consumer prices during Biden's presidency up 14.4%. Inflation this past February is running at nearly triple the rate in the year before the pandemic began. Grocery prices up 20%, gasoline up 35%, utility services up 41%, new cars 19%, used cars 22%, housing services up 13%, and on and on. In the NORC poll, nearly 2/3 said inflation is a major concern. That's 2/3. And then roughly 4 in 10 cited health care and housing costs. And even despite low unemployment, there's anxiety about the job market. Almost half said their finances are worse than expected. More than half have lost faith in the power of an education. Actually, the power of a college education, too. That is a heartbreaker. And just 12% describe themselves as, quote, very happy. Wow. That's the lowest share on record since NORC began asking the question every few years, beginning in 1972, which is some 50-odd years ago. What's going on here is that the Biden administration has not generated any confidence in their ability to steward economic prosperity, both now or in the future. And I also believe Joe Biden owns the banking problem, because the original sin of his bailouts was skyrocketing inflation, which ultimately led to huge interest rate increases and have sent a huge shiver throughout banks around the world. And on that point, working folks do not like the bank bailouts one bit. They know the privileged few will get these bailouts, and they also know they're going to have to pay for it. And they are already up to their eyeballs in taxes and other household payments. And the Biden banking crisis, by the way, came after this poll was taken. But it is included in the AP NORC poll we talked about last night that showed Biden's numbers polling. You can go back to the founders and the Declaration of Independence to remember life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Mr. Biden is not pursuing happiness. He's pursuing a far-left ideological agenda. It can be summarized by one phrase: limitless government. Bailouts, subsidies, taxes, regulations, social benefits, cancel culture, diversity, equity, inclusion, ESG, and on and on and on. You know what's missing from that litany? Freedom. What's missing is even a modest nod to capitalism, which is the most successful economic system ever known to mankind. I mean, it's not enough for the Bidens to say, we need to work towards some vision of renewable energy. That's not enough. No. They have to set out to destroy fossil fuels. We should be growing the energy pie, not destroying the 75% of existing energy. And that's just one example. Indeed, we should be growing the whole economic pie, not just punishing one side versus another or tossing around phrases like oppressors or price gougers or evil rich people. And finally, think about this. Just kind of seems like the Bidens want to take away all sorts of things that so many Americans are used to having and like because they work. Know what I'm talking about? The latest one is air conditioners. No good. Before that, it was gas-burning stoves. No good. Before that, it was toilets and shower heads and gasoline-powered cars. No good. People like this stuff, and they ought to have choices. Biden wants to jam it down their throats, and that's called command and control government, central planning, socialism. No wonder folks are so pessimistic. They yearn for the freedom that brings prosperity and happiness, and we haven't had it in a while. And that's my riff.